Actually, I think the Chicago boys, I think they think this show starts at 12. I don't know that I correct them. I believe they think this show starts at 12. They don't know that it starts at 11:55, and that's not on them. That's on me. We'll make fun of them when they get here, but
could be worse. They think it starts 12 their time. They show up at the end.
Yeah, show up at the very end. Ends up there on the yak.
What's going on?
Hello, Rico.
What's up?
Welcome in.
What's up?
I only got you one day this week,
Yeah,
but it's all good.
I got some oblos this week.
Oblos.
We're celebrating marriages. So what do you want me to do?
Do we have a different camera? Rico looks good today. That's a very clear looking shot.
Thanks. Yeah.
Maybe it's the glass behind you.
You got the blue shirt, the blue Barstool shirt. Maybe
brand up, motherfucker.
Popping.
You had a good run earlier this week, 6-1 run. You still on the run?
No, I lost last night.
I had a.
It's been up and down.
Yeah, it's up and down for everybody. We're all just jostling back and forth. NFL schedule release is the full release is later today. We have week 1.
Why did week 1 leak?
I think they always just give you a little bit. It's like Hansel and Gretel leaving the breadcrumbs. They're giving us breadcrumbs to the full release tonight. There's been a couple more releases, like the Browns play the Packers on Christmas Day.
I know a bunch about the Saints. A lot of the Saints is already leaked.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
so
Browns play
Halloween
the Packers on Christmas Day?
We'll talk because I want to talk about to the Chicago boys when they get here about Justin Fields. Their Sunday Night Football in week 1. Will Justin Fields be the starter that night?
And
at the Rams.
Stafford's in L.A., right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, new
So
era.
they did on
Division
purpose, like Darnold's playing the Jets week 1.
Yeah. Is it crazy to say that that's one of the bigger storyline games?
Maybe.
Well, two shitbag teams?
So.
I think it's up there.
Well,
I just think it's rare that you see it week 1. Usually it'd be like week 7. They let you
it would
get in the
be
fold a little bit.
I think it would be the number 1 storyline, but there's some loaded games.
I don't know
sure.
who's going to be starting for the Packers in the Superdome week 1.
Yeah,
That's
Packers,
scary.
Saints, Bills. Come on in. Bills, Steelers. Wait, this is my fault. Go ahead and sit over there. I think you guys think it starts at 12. It starts at 11:55, and I didn't tell you guys.
I heard 12. That's on White Sox Dave, actually.
Yeah. Well, he's an idiot.
Well,
so that's actually on you for
your words
for trusting that. You've said that many times.
This time it's your words.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, to kill a little time before White Sox Dave and Carl get in here, you guys, your trivia match goes live tonight, right? You're tonight?
We do, yeah. We have Smokin.
Yeah.
So, I think we're the fan favorites. I think everybody's rooting for us.
Yep.
And hopefully we can deliver for the people.
Smockin's a weird team, man. They're weird.
They are weird.
I don't mean by the way they do in trivia. I mean they're just weird dudes.
Yeah, and
they're a weird team.
Their weirdest guy didn't even show up.
No, that's how weird they
Yeah.
are. They're weird motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Here comes White Sox Dave as they trickle in. The Chicago boys trickle in. Show starts at 11:55, Dave.
Should I do you solid or should I leave you hanging?
Oh.
You know exactly what I'm
I'll sit on down over here.
Why don't you sit down on the mic?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave. How are you?
Brandon, it's always a pleasure.
Always a play. Your feet can't even touch the floor. What are we doing?
They're touching the floor
All right.
now.
It's like
Kinda.
he's sitting at a doctor's office.
There was a little hang to
Yeah.
it. Welcome, Dave.
Thank you for having me.
Is
I'm
Carl
short?
Is Carl coming?
I haven't talked to him about it.
Okay.
Did you invite him?
I did. I invited Dave and Carl yesterday together, and then I invited you this morning when I saw
I kind
you.
of invited myself, actually.
You kind of did, but I'm still a little. I don't know if you guys feel this, but Chief shows up. He did the one time. He tweeted a couple of months ago, "Oh, I got here early. Nobody's here."
It was last week.
But
Yeah.
now you show up earlier and earlier. Like if they weren't here at 8:30, why are you showing up at 7:45?
Well, Jeff DeLoe is normally here.
Yeah.
He's normally the guy who lets me in. And look I can't sleep in. So I can't get on the Wi-Fi.
You can't, even in a hotel?
Especially in a hotel.
Really?
Especially-
You need your
Yeah.
home turf.
I sleep terribly in hotels.
I love.
I actually don't mind sleeping
I
in
love
hotels
hotels.
anymore.
Love
Well,
hotels.
Set it down
I
to
love them
60.
too.
Set
I want
that
to be like
AC to 60.
Majerus. If I hit the lottery, I'd live in a fucking hotel.
That
Yeah,
meat
I don't-
locker AC, right?
Yeah,
bro.
Did you draft that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
no.
the 1-1
That
pick.
got off the board before I got there. That's 1A.
I
Yeah.
think when I it's hard to fall asleep. It's harder to fall asleep in a hotel for me because the pillows are never good. But once I fall asleep in a hotel, it's deep sleep. I don't know why.
You're zonked.
Yeah, I'm zonked
Yeah,
out. I'm
yeah.
zonked out. So I love sleeping in hotels.
I wish I could. I mean, I woke up today at like 5:45, and I laid in bed.
And the time zone doesn't do anything to you.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, and we've been in New York a lot the last couple weeks. So yeah, today was the earliest I got here. It was like 7:30, but I was like up. I was bored. I was just like, and I can't get on the Wi-Fi, so I was like, I guess I'll go to the office, but I couldn't get in.
I'd like to make an announcement, a show announcement. So we've got these guys. I don't know if they'll be here tomorrow. When are y'all leaving?
Yeah, we can be here.
We're here.
Well,
we fly out tomorrow night.
yeah.
Okay, so you Chicago guys will probably be here tomorrow. But Friday, big show, huge guest. It was first approached by Big Ev. He saw him on the street the other day. Papa Shot. He is retiring from FedEx. Friday is his last day.
Wow.
And he is so excited. He was here this morning. I was sitting right here. I talked to him.
I'm glad you talked to him because he said he was going to pop in that day and he never came in.
I've talked to him twice. I talked to him yesterday and I talked to him today. Papa Shot is very excited. Papa Shot will be here on the show on Friday. We're going to roll the Papa Shot in here, and he's going to do an exhibition, but he's also just going to come tell the stories about how he is a Papa Shot legend. So he will be here.
Rico, I wish he stopped me on the street dead in my tracks.
Yeah.
He spotted me. He goes, listen. He goes, my last day, I'm retiring from FedEx. He goes, you know how fucking long I worked at FedEx? My last day's Friday.
36 years.
I was like, we'll get you in.
Got him a plaque.
We should get him something. He walked in today. I think he's making himself at home. He walked in today. He goes, yo, B, I'll be here Friday.
B.
He goes,
Wow.
He basically booked himself for me. I was like, you got it, pal. I was like, whatever day you want, you come in.
I think he thinks he's got a job already.
No, he's. I hope he does because Papa Shot is electric. But he will be here Friday, so that's our big show for Friday. All right, question, boys. NFL schedule release, week 1.
We got the Rams.
You got the Rams. Prime time, Sunday Night Football.
Big one.
Who's your starting quarterback?
If it's not Justin Fields, like have a sense of the moment one time. If that game was a noon start back home, I would.
Fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Play Andy Dalton. Nobody cares. Prime time in LA. Give me Justin Fields and all the electricity. I do want them to do the thing where like, oh, we're not naming a starter, and then like the first series, Justin Fields.
So you want to have
That would be electric.
I want the drama.
I would give audible fist bumps.
You want to have this discussion all August, all preseason.
It's a storyline for
Yeah.
podcasting, at least.
Yeah, it
in a
very much
selfish
is.
way.
The problem is when he starts, he's the starter for the next 5 years at least.
Hopefully 10.
So yeah, hopefully 10.
Yeah.
But you can't like start in week 1 and then say, well, he's not going to start week 2.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But if you told me that like I'll go through some growing pains with Fields rather than sit through Andy Dalton games.
I always wonder why. What is the value of Andy Dalton starting any games? Like last year for the Chargers, what was the value of Tyrod Taylor starting any games?
Anthony Lynn. I don't know how he evaluated that.
Right.
Taylor
so
was his boy from Buffalo when he was an assistant, and he was just loyal to him.
is Eddie coming? Eddie's walking
No,
around with a
he's
baseball
got
bat.
food for us.
Is he about to hit
I
somebody?
Eddie's on edge right now. Eddie's on edge.
What's on? Why is Eddie on edge?
He's always on edge. He's always got a little snip to him.
Eddie doesn't seem like he's ever on edge.
Oh, no, he's on edge constantly.
I think you're on edge.
Me?
I think that's a product of his environment. I think Dave puts him on edge.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
you're around
And
Dave,
I've been
you
with
get
that
a-
all morning. So.
You do call him a communist all the time.
Well, he is. He's a
dictator.
He's
He's a dictator.
He's a dictator.
Yeah.
He's Hugo Chavez.
Is that how many can you name? How many
I mean,
dictators?
he's
can
dead.
You, yeah,
Yeah.
Hugo Chavez.
Yeah.
very.
He died.
Yeah.
A while ago. They've
Hugo
had this
Chavez,
whole.
we
They've had Maduro there
I
for
mean,
a
we
long
got
time.
Pol Pot of Cambodia. We have obviously the H dog. We have Mussolini
I'm sorry. Hold on. The
of
H dog.
Italy. He got hung in the streets after World War II. I don't know. Would you consider Putin a dictator?
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, he was.
I don't think he
was,
actually is, though. Is he?
No,
He's
not-
by definition.
not
Come
by
here, Eddie. Come here. Come here.
technically,
Sit right there
but
for
he
just for a
is.
second. Just for a second. You've been accused. White Sox Dave says
You look like you're collecting envelopes. Like what?
Just walking around
Yeah.
with a baseball
He has
bat.
a
Oh,
bat.
that, yeah.
I mean, we all lost last night, didn't we?
I went 4-1. White Sox Dave says you're on edge. Are you on edge?
No.
He says you're always on
He
edge.
says you put him on edge.
Do I put you on edge?
Chief says you put him on edge. He puts
Yeah, I would say Dave puts everybody on edge.
You do look like you're
Little
about to wreck this room. Like you're about to kill all of us.
He walked in with the Louisville Slugger.
Dave just isn't like that's just what Dave does.
Yeah. That's what we're saying.
What do I do?
It's like the Goodwill Hunting scene. You're like Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah.
I
Damn it,
thought
Mark.
I had a
Yeah.
double
He
burger.
fucking throws the sandwich at him. Yeah. you're
Here's your
firing-
fucking double burger.
Firing guys. Oh.
No, I'm not on edge.
No,
fine.
Eddie's always pretty much most even keeled, I would say, of the four of us.
Yeah, I mean, but you deal with Dave long enough. Anybody would be on edge.
Chief, you seem even killed though.
I'm pretty even killed. You have to be. Have you met Carl and Dave?
I have.
Yeah.
I met both of them.
Yeah.
I'm
So
well
you
aware.
you hesitated before you said me.
What?
There was a slight hesitation before you said me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
can.
All right, Eddie, you
Yeah.
can go enjoy your food. I just saw you in there. And
What'd you get?
I don't know. Dave got some. Dave was like, hold a gun to my head to get whatever.
No, we
got.
didn't get that place, so we got the place that Jeff DeLoe said to get, and I
Yeah.
trust Jeff DeLoe.
well, what'd you get?
Cutlets.
Some sandwich place.
I guess everybody in the office loves it, so it
I
looked
never
good.
had
It starts with
You
a
know
P.
about it?
Oh,
I'm on a-
Pasillo's.
Pasillo's.
I'm
Yeah.
on a diet.
I
It's
went
good.
there yesterday.
Yeah,
it
we
was
went
good.
yesterday. It was good.
I'm on a
Yeah.
diet.
Looking trim.
Oh, how you doing?
18 pounds down, Eddie. Thank you for
That's
asking.
a lot of pounds.
I just got a
Well,
Peloton
weeks.
coming.
COVID did the most of the
I
work.
might get fucked.
Oh, see, I went the other direction.
COVID gave me.
Oh, yeah, I did
COVID got rid
No,
of
he
12
actually
pounds
got
for me.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a. Okay. All right.
You didn't get COVID?
I
What
never
did
got
you
it.
eat when you had it? Because I had it in October.
I didn't eat for 3 or 4 days.
Were you? Because I wasn't
had
like
bad
bedridden.
symptoms. I was down for 10 days. Yeah.
I was completely fine for the most part. I had like cold sweats and shit, but all I could eat that I could actually stomach because the taste was so bad with everything was just I would brown ground beef, and that's all I would eat. It was
Keto.
awful.
Keto Dave.
Could you taste?
No, I could taste super salty, super sugary.
That's where I'm at now.
That's it.
Really?
I can taste.
Taste is still messed up.
I can taste high. My smell is very muted. I can taste like very acidic or salty things. That's
Yeah,
the only
and,
things I can taste.
yeah, orange juice. It just tasted like straight sugar water.
Yeah, if
So
I-
I could. Bacon was the worst.
How long ago did
thing
you
to
have
eat.
it, Brandon?
First week of April.
So we're going on like 6 weeks.
weeks, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You got those liquid gold antibodies coursing through your veins.
But I think it helps because
I like those dunks, by the way.
Thank you very much. These are Blazers, but
Are they
it's okay.
Blazers?
They're Blazers. But I appreciate you liking my shoes. I
Good
didn't
shoes.
tell you the other day I like your shoes.
Thank you. I was gonna bring my J's out here. I just got, but I thought I'd be showing off a little too much.
Why? You're in New York City. You're on camera.
I know. I mean, I like to
If you're
to
going to
stay
show
humble.
off, you should show off.
I like to stay humble.
What J's did you
Dave
get?
does love staying humble.
fours.
He's known for that.
Fours.
I got a pair of fours.
Okay. All right.
Chief's a permanent church shoe guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't
got
know.
the
I don't know
Cole
fashion.
Cole
I
Hey, I'm
don't know
sorry.
Fashion.
Oh, it's all right.
I thought you left already.
No, we're good.
I have these.
Brandon,
in the
I did want to ask you this though.
Where's Carl?
Who gives a shit where he is? The last couple of days, I've noticed you've taken extreme pride in inviting us into Pick Central. Like it's an honor to be selected.
Pride, I don't really think I take pride in it. I think the show is better with the more people, and you guys are great for the show.
I was just telling Ed when we were ordering food, I'm like, I want this sandwich to get here before Pick Central because I'm starving, but I don't want to miss Pick Central because this is an awesome show. This is just shooting the shit. I love this kind of stuff.
No, it's just, that's all we're doing. We're just sitting back and
And then we give a couple picks in the last 30 seconds.
I miss having this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I
that's
used to
good.
love doing our show.
Rico, how's your life going? You good?
Good. Yeah.
How's Bench Mob?
Good.
Any updates on anything about it?
Way to tease it.
It's awesome.
What do you want me to do? You want me to give it away?
I don't know if we're
We
allowed
haven't
to.
come
You
to a
don't have to give it
decision
away.
yet.
You have a big.
We got a big interview today.
You got a big interview.
Who you
Yeah,
guys
big
interviewing?
guest.
Who you got?
Oh, you
Give,
can
it, give
tease
us
that,
a clue.
right?
An all-time great. Let's put it that way.
You've seen him walking around the office.
Today?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say who it is, but he's here.
I don't think I.
When
Pop
we
it-
started the
pop a
show, he
shot.
was sitting right over there.
I don't think I saw anybody.
I didn't see anybody. We had a meeting upstairs, so
Yeah.
we might have missed that.
The stairs
all
are right
good.
by where he was sitting.
It's all good.
It's
Al-
all, it's
Allen
all, okay.
Iverson.
You're right. You're right. It's Allen Iverson. Yes.
Is it Michael Jordan?
It's Michael Jordan too.
No, Allen Iverson is dead to us now. I don't know
Why
if
is
you
that?
watch TV
Whoa.
commercials. You watch any TV commercials?
Okay.
Oh, I did. You
I
know
did.
what?
I
You're
did.
right.
I did.
He's out.
Him and Jamie Foxx.
I did.
Hope they go poor.
What kind of odds Jamie Foxx giving over there?
Who knows, man? They
Garbage.
wake him up to fucking tell him what his spread is.
Jamie Foxx. I didn't know Iverson was on another team.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes,
because
just recently.
you're not a war guy. We have to wake you up
That's
to come
true.
to the war. I'm
He's
in the
not a Fox
watchtower
Just use the
at
wake up
all
joke.
hours.
You just used the wake up joke twice in 3 sentences.
Well, that's true. I'm in the watchtower at all hours.
Are you?
Yeah, I report back.
I don't
with
know
my
that you
notebook.
are. You're not a
who do you-
foxhole
who do
guy.
you
It's proven
report
you're not a
back to?
foxhole guy.
What?
Who do you report back
All
to?
of you. He didn't even know Allen Iverson. He's probably
No,
wants
I
to get
did.
his jersey.
I know the one that he's on.
It's-
I'm a fan. I'm a
It's
fan.
that's where we are because Devin Hester's in that camp too.
Ouch.
So it's like we get the local ads.
Oh,
with
that's
Devin.
ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
it's an ouch.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
Superman.
What about Devin Hester?
He's on another team. He's on another team.
He's not playing football,
He's going to
Dave.
give it away.
No, I-
Yeah,
I know
I
he's
know.
Give it away. Don't give it away.
we don't support him anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's dead.
yeah.
So I want to talk about
Missed that memo.
some baseball in a minute. I want to talk about the worst phrases in sports. I want to talk about some other things, but this is a serious topic. Colt Brennan, 37 years old.
Horrible.
Colt Brennan, an absolute legend of the game. One of those. Whenever you talk about people these days, it's like a gambling meme. Staying up in bed in Hawaii,
Yep.
talking
Yep.
and watching Hawaii. He and Timmy Chang first, but then Colt Brennan really took it to the next level.
Yep.
Colt Brennan Hawaii games on Saturday night, appointment television.
I think that now it's become almost like like a thing, like, oh yeah, I stay up for Hawaii, but like that was when you really earned your
Actually
stripes.
did.
I mean, they were legit.
And I remember, them against BYU, them against Boise. Those games were hitting the 80s in the fucking third quarter.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable, and that was before it was a 7-on-7 league like it is now.
And
Well,
they were just good. Like they
were.
They
I
were
mean,
just
12
good
and
team.
Made the Sugar Bowl.
Made the
Yeah.
Sugar
He was
Bowl.
he was
Georgia.
what he came in like third or fourth in the Heisman.
Yep.
He came in 2006. He was sixth. In 2007, he was third. 2006 though, he had 58 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
You're never gonna see that
Ridiculous.
again.
It was the record for what 15 years.
It was
until
unbelievable.
Joe
Yeah.
Burrow broke it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he
2019.
was, and he's still, as of this day, he's fourth all time, I believe, in touchdown passes. He's sixth all time in yards. He only had a 3-year career. He didn't play 4. He played 3 years, but they were all productive. They were all great.
And he had that like iconic haircut with like the dye. Like he was
He
just
dyed
like
he dyed like the
He was a
Hawaii
diva.
literally in his hair.
He was a character. He was
Yeah,
a
he was.
absolute
And
character.
those uniforms were sick.
I was gonna say that
And he
too.
also, people don't bring up this, he was one of the first quarterbacks to wear a visor.
Yeah.
No one was really wearing a visor back then
He was.
as a quarterback.
He's to me like he's the only one who should be able to do it. I hate when quarterbacks
Like those
are like-
Hawaii
Should be
jerseys,
grandfathered in.
those Hawaii jerseys in his time were fire.
They were sick.
What's the dance they do? The
Haka dance.
The
Haka-
haka,
Haka
the haka?
dance. Yeah.
When we did the Swedish quarterback draft for you guys,
I had a
surely he
bad
got
draft.
drafted.
I don't think he did.
I don't
didn't?
think he
Colt
did.
Brennan should have gotten
He should have
drafted.
been
Should've, yeah.
drafted. Yeah.
We're gonna posthumously draft him, kind of like an Oscar award.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that was tough to read too, because maybe you lose track of time yourself.
You gotta let that slide, Brandon.
No, I'll let it go. I was like, how can we can't do the draft? How are we going to posthumously draft him?
I just did.
Oh, so he's now on your team.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Okay, all
So
right.
I also posthumously win that
Stop
draft.
saying. Okay, all right.
It was tough to read, being that I turned 34 very shortly. You lose track of time. Like, it felt like he played way longer. I didn't know he was 37.
Yeah.
it does-
Reading that at 34 was very tough, or 33 and a half and three-quarters is very tough to deal with, being like, man, that fucking guy's 37.
Yeah.
And, like, no real explanation. It just was,
Did you? It
Wild.
came out.
His pops.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
He'd been a few stints
he
in
had some
rehab.
substances, right? I
Yeah.
did
It's a
read
shame.
that.
It's
I had
a
heard
shame.
that, but I didn't want to say it on the air until it was official.
But
All
you're
right.
right. You're right. I was the exact same way when I saw it, and I was like, Colt Brennan was 37, because he disappears when they play college ball. If they don't have pro career, they
It
kind
doesn't
of
seem like
disappear.
it was long ago.
And you don't think about him, and then all of a sudden you always remember him as a college legend. He always will be. But 37, it was a shock to the system
He's
for me
so.
too.
He was.
I'm 31, and I couldn't believe it.
So I was just about to say he's so old that you're not even old enough to be his dad. That's old as fuck.
Well,
You
I
think-
think we're kind of saying the opposite.
Do you think that one landed?
You win some, you lose some, Brandon.
I can't book them all.
Colt
Yeah,
Brennan.
you can't
It
win 'em
wasn't
all.
terrible. Hey, Carl. Hi. How many headphones? Welcome to the show, Carl.
Yeah, I was-
Doubling up.
You look like you've been welding with the glasses.
Oh,
and,
I was gonna say where you're from. That's a compliment.
It very much is.
Yeah, I've been out
I mean,
doing
Welders
hard
make money,
steel
man.
country.
They make money.
They do make money. Got good union jobs.
I want to apologize. I thought my reads on the picks yesterday were pretty good. On the Cubs, Adbert,
Yeah.
I thought he gave him a game. They had a chance. And then when the Twins went up 3-0 in the top of the second, I was clicking my heels. Fortunately, they hit that over.
I will say this: it's not often I've had this feeling about the White Sox. When they were down 3-0, there was not a doubt in my mind they were still winning that game. I'm not even kidding.
And while we're here, I'm sorry, Jay Happ's pitching today. Fucking pound the White Sox.
Hey, that was, dude. I have
Lefty.
all my notes.
He's a
I have
lefty.
all my notes ready to go for that. I'm gonna move the line up to probably 3 runs. Get the White Sox at plus 180, plus 200. They're gonna fucking destroy Hap. Every statistic he has right now says that he is bound for a ton of regression, and there's not a better time to bet against him than
Today's
against
the
the
day.
White Sox, who just obliterate left-handed pitching.
I didn't even know about that. I just took him because he was a lefty. You and Chuck turned me on to that. Every lefty. I took him the other night. They won 9-0.
It's 20.
Minus
It's
1.5
21
team
of
total lefties. All lefties.
It's
Bang.
21 of 22 covers
Yeah, they're crazy.
against left-handed pitching dating
That
back
is
to last
crazy.
year.
That is wild.
So I did it last week. I moved the line to 3.5. I got it at like plus 220 or something to win outright. Team over. Like, I'm going to bet them every single which way today.
So yesterday it came out that the A's and the stadium thing, they're looking at moving. They've got permission to seek a move. Now, whether it's an actual move or whether it's playing hardball with
Yeah.
Oakland to get the stadium they want down on the water, I believe they have a spot picked out. So maybe they get their stadium, maybe they don't. But if they do move, and I'll go around the room, where's the best place? Where would you like to see them move? Dave, I'll start with you. You're a baseball guy.
Yeah, I said this yesterday. Vegas. I would make it, or Nashville. I've driven through Nashville. I've never actually been to the city. I would make it a point every year to hit that's either or Nashville or Vegas, that series on the road with the White
Vegas
Sox.
would probably build a sweet stadium.
It would be awesome. It'd be awesome.
I go Nashville, and I go Nashville for one reason. I never noticed this until I started looking yesterday. The American South, which is where me and this one come from, is so underrepresented in baseball. The Braves own it, and they
That's
don't
true,
have any
yeah.
challenge. In football, the American South, which extends down to North Florida, has 5 teams. It has the Saints, it has the Falcons, it has the Titans, the Panthers, the Jags.
Yeah.
Hockey has 2 in the American South. They got Charlotte and Nashville. Basketball has the Hawks, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, the Hornets.
Yeah.
Baseball has one team in the South.
And that's
One
a baseball hotbed. It's a great college baseball.
Oh, yeah,
That's why people care about college in the
Yes.
South, is because Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi, the college teams are the major league teams.
Yep.
It's why the Braves have one of the biggest fan bases in well, they have the Superstation first.
Yeah.
They and
TBS,
Cubs did that as well.
Yep.
But they have the Superstation. They've got a huge fan base, but they've never been challenged. The South needs another team. Nashville needs the A's.
That's a
Does
great
Oakland
point.
have to
Growing,
stay
too.
in the West, or are they going to redo divisions?
That's the hang up there that I've been
Yeah.
thinking about. Like, then you'd have to probably move a National League team over to the American League, and there'd be a lot of shuffling. But
You don't think they would just be able to shuffle around the American League a little bit?
Well, if they go up to Vancouver, they could stay in the West. But does
Vancouver-
Vancouver give a fuck?
I don't want
Probably
Canada.
not.
give a
Canada
fuck.
can't
So
give-
that's what I'm saying.
Montreal
Can we-
gives a
That's
fuck.
why I want to
no,
talk
they
about
don't.
Montreal's an option,
He
though.
always brings up this point. He gets so hung up on
There's
arguments.
Expos fans,
Y'all
Dave.
talk about this a lot.
I don't.
I mean,
think
maybe
so.
if they bought it, like, we've talked about the Expos a lot. You're like, oh, there should be. I don't think so.
I mean,
they
they-
had their shot. This like the in Jurassic Park when he's like, dinosaurs had their shot and they didn't die because of like deforestation or the human element. Like they had their
David.
shot and they died. The Expos had their shot and they died.
David.
They had it and they died.
Well,
and they moved. And
Did you
they're
just quote
suc-
Jeff Goldblum?
I did.
Yeah. Well, this
No,
is
he quoted a Jeff Goldblum character.
This is
character,
like
yes.
this is a way more
Ian Malcolm is
nuanced
his name.
thing than you realize. I think because we've seen hockey teams leave and come back. There's all sorts of things with like the currency exchange that have kind of been normalized. They couldn't get a new stadium. It's a way more. They have better revenue sharing now. Montreal would be a way more viable city in 2021 than it was when they left.
I don't
If they-
think so.
Well,
I don't
you're wrong.
think people-
Like, these are like things that like have been proven in the NHL,
Okay.
where they had these like franchises, Winnipeg, Quebec, all
I don't.
these cities.
But that's you're talking about the national pastime of Canada with hockey. No one gives a fuck
But Dave,
about baseball
there are
in Canada.
economic factors that right. So you have this thing that they have a stranglehold on hockey, and they still couldn't make money because of the economic factors at hand. They were able to come back because those things normalized, and they have better revenue.
Okay,
sharing
and now
in baseball
and now you're
now.
talking. Still, you
these are
haven't
why-
touched on how nobody gives a fuck about baseball in Montreal, Quebec.
But they do.
I don't think so.
They sell
don't.
out spring training games.
Also, the hand job capital of the world.
That is true.
Really?
Yeah.
And I like one. I like a good hand job.
Yeah, I think
Underrated, very
The
underrated.
answer's Vegas, though. I think that's where
Nice
Vegas would be
Big eye
organic,
contact.
staying in the
Clean up.
West.
It's just-
Yeah.
It would be
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
organic.
Nice sensual whack.
I gotta correct the chat.
good.
I gotta correct the chat a little bit. They're saying that Brandon, Florida's in the South. It absolutely is not.
But
Jacksonville,
South Florida
I
is
think North
way
Florida.
different from
What about the
Panhandle.
Panhandle?
the more north you go in Florida, the more south you get. Jacksonville, Florida, is in the South. Tampa and Miami are not in the South.
Tampa's not.
Tampa's not.
Orlando's
In the
Orlando's
probably
like
the
the
cutoff,
cutoff,
right?
Yeah, Orlando's.
South. I would say
it's
even
commercial.
Gainesville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gainesville.
What about Charlotte?
Charlotte's in the South.
No, but
Oh
for,
yeah,
for
yeah.
baseball.
Charlotte would work.
crazy to
Either
me.
Charlotte
There's a
or
lot of economic opportunity in Charlotte too. It's a big banking town. They could probably support
What's up, Rico?
Geography is so crazy to me like that.
What is?
Like you're right, but there's also all sorts of things where like Minnesota. I don't know. Never mind. It just shows how dumb I am. But
Okay,
I know the fact. Put it this way.
Let's explore that.
You're
Let's
right.
explore that.
You're right, but it's still weird to me to not say that Miami and Tampa are south.
Yeah, they're.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
if
a
you-
cultural
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
No,
They're
but,
just like their own thing.
but like
Miami's is Miami.
I get it, but it's true on the map. The way things, it's weird.
I think if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, though, and this could be where I think you're closer to Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, than you are Miami,
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh, I
Well,
totally.
didn't
agree
they?
with that.
Didn't they
Shit
used
like
to have
that.
a ton
Like
of
you're
Cowboy
in
fans down there?
Ohio, you're closer to fucking Minnesota.
Mississippi,
than you
we're
are, like, all sorts
mostly
of
Saints
shit.
fans.
Mostly Saints.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saints and there's a lot of the national brands, Cowboys and Steelers.
Okay.
A lot of Steelers.
There's
fans.
32 NFL teams. There's 30
There's some
Major League
Titans, too.
Baseball teams. I think there probably should eventually be 32 baseball teams.
I would think so.
And you would have to tap into the Nashville market. That's a great sports town.
It is.
See, I think Nashville would make
Nashville's
the
grown.
most sense.
It's grown so much.
It,
too.
exponentially. How do the
Reds.
No, the Nashville? Oh, or I thought you said the Reds. I was like, what?
No.
San Antonio is an interesting one too because how big it's got.
Or Austin.
Because you could have a third Texas team.
Austin would be good.
Yeah,
too.
well, Austin's just UT, but yeah, Austin and San Antonio are an hour apart, and it's so big now that it just all the way from Austin to San Antonio.
They're
is
like
just
suburbs
huge.
of
yeah,
each other.
They're just
Yeah.
mad. Yeah.
On the
Okay.
flip side, while all those are attractive markets, what are we saying about L.A. then? They would only have the Angels out there, right?
The Los Angeles
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Oh,
And
You
the
ever heard of
Padres
the-
are
I mean,
3 hours
Dodgers,
out.
Angels, all right. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
saying America. I think they should stay in the what? I think they should stay in the state of California.
Couldn't you? in
Will
theory-
that be tough for Oakland fans? I'm looking at San Jose right now. San Jose is the 10th largest city in the United
Yeah.
States. It's 41 minutes south.
big money there
Right.
too?
Huge money, but then are those Giants fans already? And is that disingenuous for Oakland, who are these fucking greedy grinders that just go out and fuck? Like, they
Yeah, a
fuck
little
people up
bit.
on a budget. You can't put those guys in San Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. You're
Why don't
probably
they
right.
just build a new fucking
That's
stadium?
why it'd be funny if you put Oakland in Vegas.
Yeah, that would.
That's like hilarious to me that the Oakland Athletic owners, after being the biggest shitheads of all time, it's like, all right, now you guys get Vegas.
Yeah, and then it would be the second Oakland team
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
last
Right,
couple of
yeah,
years to go to
It
Vegas.
works in my head for the Raiders. It doesn't work for the A's.
It doesn't work for the A's, but it honestly is a travesty that the Vegas Aces has not become a professional
Yeah.
sports franchise.
Well,
yet.
well, it wouldn't
And
fit.
Aces would be perfect for a baseball team.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
fit to have a cheap Moneyball team in Vegas.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It needs
I
to
think
be
Nashville-
like the Yankees, kind of an organization like that. Not the Yankees, but you know what I'm saying, like a spending.
Our
You guys
Well,
know a
I'll-
big
I'll-
problem.
I'll-
Big
I'll-
problem with
like-
baseball in Las Vegas is the ball fucking flies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those UNLV teams put up numbers.
How about
Really?
the fucking
Yeah.
Heat
I
though?
didn't know
Too.
that.
Yeah.
Is the desert air?
You think they'd have to
Yeah.
put up a
desert
dome?
air gets long.
Yeah, it had
Yeah,
to
that'd
be
be
It would
nice.
have to be a dome.
It had to be
yeah.
a dome. But I mean, it's the same
So it'd
thing
be
for
funny calling
Arizona.
them Aces,
Just,
and it's like, yo, they're dead last in the RA every year.
I don't. Dave, does baseball have legitimate expansion plans? Like you're saying, has that been thrown
I mean,
around?
it's always floated out there. Like someone for a
that-
Nashville team, someone who got involved in it.
Yeah, this
and
list.
it
this-
was like the Golden something, the Golden Eagles or something.
I almost feel like you should save Vegas for an expansion franchise.
oh, give them their own identity.
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's that big of a market. It's that it could be like a crown jewel out there.
But you would be surprised how things can change with a franchise when they move. Like, remember the Cleveland Browns? They were always this. They moved to Baltimore. All of a sudden,
Super Bowl,
two Super Bowls in,
Yeah.
in 15 years.
Yeah.
So things can change with the location change.
For sure.
Especially if the
Yeah.
new if there's an influx of money, if they decide, we're not in a small market anymore. Of course, Vegas for TV probably is a small market, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
but that's all
For
shared.
local TV revenue.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure
Yeah.
that's all shared.
It's shared
for
now,
baseball,
and they
yeah.
still play as a small market team.
right.
What
Oakland
about
will let-
Portland?
I don't.
Too close to
I
Seattle?
don't think any of those owners want to put
No,
business in Portland right
yeah,
now.
I think that's
Okay.
And that was my other question. My follow-up would be, I think, honestly, Oakland will end up wherever Jerry Reinsdorf can make the most money. And I know that sounds weird, but there's this thing with Jerry Reinsdorf. I think he's
he
like the
pulls every
owner
fucking,
of the owners.
He is. They
Because he's
all
made
lean
these
on
guys
him.
so much money. He came in there in the 70s. He bought the White Sox for like $10 million.
13 million.
And
I
like
think,
he
yeah.
literally has been on the forefront of building Major League Baseball
Yep.
teams and helping owners. And he's a lawyer, super smart, strategic guy. Like there's something about him that tells me he fucking was the guy that picked Rob Manfred. That he's the guy who signs off on
yeah.
the owners.
Oh, yeah.
One of them. There's probably a couple.
especially now that Steinbrenner's gone. Like it's kind of just it's
Where like
Jerry's.
then conversely, a guy like Tom Ricketts is just like a prop, a puppet. Like no one in the ownership group is going to care about him when he walks in the
Yeah.
room. But a guy like Jerry, I'm trying to think what the other really big owners
He
are. in
commands a
baseball.
presence.
John Henry, does he have that vibe?
I don't think so.
John Henry's probably has a vibe where he does whatever Jerry Reinsdorf asks him to do.
Okay.
I feel like Cohen could start to get to that level.
He probably
Eventually,
might,
bro.
yeah,
The
they're probably
money and
pulling
shit.
up.
But I also
Yeah.
feel like
But
they
Reinsdorf was against the Cohen. He was the one vote
that's-
against
That
him.
was my other point. I still think
Yeah.
that they might resent the guy like that. You know what I mean?
Guys, I think we can all agree that I have been looking fabulous lately. I've been dressing better. I'm not wearing the cartoon T-shirts as much anymore.
Good
I'm living the
haircut.
quarter zip
Clothes
life.
fit better?
Clothes fit better. 18 pounds down. People want to fuck me now, and the reason they want to fuck me is because I wear things like Cuts clothing. I wear the T-shirts that are very versatile. The sport of business means demanding excellent from your craft and wardrobe. Nobody demands more from their craft and wardrobe than me. And my fits are versatile. They blend timeless style and comfort, so you look as good as you feel. And they've taken the classic men's fashion staple, the plain tee, refined it, combining premium quality with a minimalist aesthetic. In 2016, Cuts founder Steve Borelli set out to create clothes ready for every occasion the modern man faces. He started by reinventing the T-shirt. The end result what GQ magazine calls the only shirt worth wearing. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. Did I cut anybody off before that ad? I apologize. You can pick up right where you left off.
Avery, stop watching Brian Leach highlights and fucking zoom in on the box. How about some ad placement, pal? Global thinking.
Well, they just fired their coach. He's a little worried.
I'll tell made
you
the cut.
You got your Cuts clothing right
Yeah,
there.
but
That's
listen,
that's
you
a
knew
good
I was
box.
getting
Little care package.
Yeah.
You knew I was
Boys.
getting it.
That is a great box of stuff.
Damn right.
I've already worn some of it. I'm repping the Barstool brand today because I'm a team player. Me and Rico are probably the only team players here.
I got it.
And Dave.
Well, we
and,
got it.
and Big Ev. And
Literally all of us.
Our own
Except
show.
for-
I got the hat.
Okay.
You got that.
You're good.
This report brewery. My bad.
Always got
It's
it.
all right.
I cut my deals too.
All right. So,
I'll wear it. You got a car wash. You send me a nice polo. I'll wear it.
hey, Rico, real quick before we get to other topics. 5-star recruit could go to Duke, could go to Georgetown. He's going to the University of Milwaukee.
I have a take first.
Well, he's
Ask
the,
Rico.
He's the basketball podcast.
Well,
Go ahead,
I'm
give me your
deeply
take.
tied
I might-
to this.
I might
Patrick
adhere to the
Baldwin
king.
Jr. is
I might.
going to Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
His father played at Northwestern. He coached at Northwestern until 2 years ago. Wisconsin, Milwaukee hired him away. There was rumors last week that he was going to leave his job at Wisconsin, Milwaukee to go take the assistant next to Chris Collins, Doug Collins' son, at Northwestern, and Patrick Baldwin Jr. was going to go play at Northwestern for the year and then go pro.
Looks like that isn't happening.
happening.
Message board Dave was all over that.
Yeah,
one.
I was
guess
all
so.
over it.
So
I'm a
your
Rivals-
take about this guy going to Milwaukee, which is just a gigantic fucking story, is that he almost went to Northwestern.
You're right. That wasn't a
That's-
take at all. You just said things.
Well,
that happened.
I'm deeply. I've been following this
There
story
was a
since he's.
rumor.
But what's your take?
This guy
My
almost went to
take is
Duke,
that
Dave.
that he should be
Alright.
playing overseas, probably, but
Sorry,
he's
you're
but-
talking.
Probably.
You're
So-
talking to a guy who convinced when LeBron was a free agent, he had a house in or whatever. However it worked, I was convinced he was going to the Nets. I was like, oh, Jay-Z has a house in Greenwich, Connecticut. I was telling people like he's going. I was like, who else has a house in Connecticut? Sean Carter, my friends, still like break my balls. Like, hey, remember you fucking did the Greenwich, Connecticut connection, and you were convinced he was going to the Nets. So listen, anything you loose that you think you could break, take it, Dave. I don't have a problem with that.
I got to. But I've been following this storyline for like years now.
All right.
Because he like
How
ever
many
since
years?
Since he was a freshman in high school, everyone's saying like this kid's the truth. He's going to be a lottery pick
Okay,
eventually
fair
one
enough.
day. And I swear to God. So when Northwestern opened their new stadium, this was in 2018. It was just a scrimmage against some shitty D2 team. I went to the game. I got a free ticket from a buddy, and I went alone. I drove up to Evanston, and I sat right next to Patrick Baldwin Jr. He was from me to F, and he was singing the fight song word for word and everything, like at halftime and everything. He's a legit Northwestern fan. Like his mom played volleyball there and everything too.
I actually do have a take about it. I love when this happens. I love when a 5-star, for whatever reason. Remember Maker a couple years ago? I think he got hurt halfway through.
Yeah.
He went to Howard, I believe.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah. So he went there, and now I love when a 5-star goes off the beaten path because college basketball and college football, really what I cover, college basketball can get boring when every single 5-star goes to Duke. Like Zion wasted his year in college to go play as a second option on a team that was loaded. He wasted his year. And I like to see guys go out there and try to blaze their own path. It makes it more
love
interesting than just 3 5-stars going to Duke together, 5 5-stars going to Kentucky. Get more. Like, it's interesting that Wisconsin Milwaukee is going to have a stud next year.
Horizon League coming on up.
Even with the
I
transfer,
mean, we'll be able to see him play at USC.
Well, yeah, I mean, you think like, okay, here we are 42 years later, 1979, Indiana State.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
we're
that
still
team,
talking
you
about
know
it,
that
yeah.
vibe, you know
Yeah.
everything.
The hick from French Lick, yeah.
Right.
well, who
We,
makes the storylines? Everybody gets behind the Cinderella every year.
Every
You know what I
single
mean?
year, yeah.
So like,
Even Cade Cunningham at Oklahoma State
Love
was
that
like
one
a
too.
We
fucking
need that.
underdog a
We
little
need
bit.
that.
Didn't
And it's
Dion just
Oklahoma
pick up a
State.
top 50 recruit at Mississippi Valley State
He's at Jackson State.
or Jackson State?
But yeah, he's been getting a lot of them. He got one from Georgia.
He's got a few transfers from like
He's got
big
some
schools.
DB, the
And
DB.
his son was a
DBs,
big-time recruit too, right?
His son was a
Quarterback?
four-star quarterback.
I mean, his son, I'm pretty sure, was a starting safety for South Carolina. His other son,
Oh, really?
and like transferred over.
Transferred
yeah.
in.
Dude, if Dion gets a culture there where he can get guys in the league, like 3 years from now,
That
they'll just have
football's
everybody-
so
I think wouldn't want to
bad
go
in
play
that
In the
for
conference.
next,
Jackson
in the next
State-
2-3
Yeah,
years, they're gonna
yeah.
have some NFL
Back in the
players.
70s, Jackson State was the best producing program in Mississippi of NFL players.
I mean,
Walter
the-
Payton.
yeah, Walter
on
Payton.
top.
Payton.
It's got more Hall of Famers than any school in the state of Mississippi, meaning it has Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
what?
So you know what I'm saying? Like he gets that going
Yeah.
right away.
I think
no,
they're
that's
not-
Steve McNair is Alcorn State.
Yeah.
Same
they
conference.
Yeah, Jerry Rice,
Swag.
Mississippi Valley.
Yeah, Jerry Rice.
He's
Are they
Mississippi
staying
Valley.
with this spring
Brandon Walker,
schedule long
Swedes.
term or no?
No.
Okay.
This was a
Going
one-time
back to it, 'cause they
deal.
need the money games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off of that, do we want Dion to get? He would be electric in a Power 5 job or a big time job, but do we also kind of want him to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you to the NFL and just build this thing and be the funnest program out there too.
Him
You know,
building
like,
a power,
like you said, churning out talent. You know what? Like you passed on me at Florida State, you're gonna have to wait. I might go somewhere else, but I'm never going back to Florida State. Like I kind of like that too.
I think
you're a
him,
petty guy.
him building
Oh,
a power at
absolutely.
Jackson State is the most interesting possible scenario.
Okay.
Like him having 2 good years at Jackson State and then going to coach South Carolina, not nearly as
predictable,
interesting.
yeah.
There's no. I mean, it's the whole allure of having Deion Sanders, one of the most electrifying personalities and athletes ever, coaching at South Carolina would wear off eventually.
Yeah, we'd
You know?
suck the life out of him right away. It'd be like, yeah, now is this going to translate to the SEC? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what, after he has 1 or 2 losing seasons there, they're
Yeah,
going
they're
to
be
cut his head off.
Yeah, exactly.
I think college coaches are too quick to try to make that big jump. I mean, he could stay there and be a king forever.
Right.
And there's do kind of the Snyder route. Just you're the king.
That's why
The expectations are you could have a season, you win 6 games, it's no big deal. You bounce back, win 9-10, you're a legend forever.
Yeah.
Name the stadium after you, everything. Like that's I just think that's such a better play than trying to just jump up one year, go coach SEC team, ACC team, whatever. And it seems to me like he's pretty into it. Like he
Oh yeah.
I'll give you
I mean,
another
he's the
thing.
guy. He's on the billboards everywhere, which he would be anywhere he goes. He's Deion Sanders.
The conference he's in has at least a true playoff. You go big
Yeah.
time, you genuinely might not have a shot at winning a national championship.
Now,
Most
this is-
most teams, even in Power 5, don't really have a shot to win their conference,
Now,
to
this
win
is-
the national title.
this is all contingent on Dion becoming a good coach at Jackson State. He has to
yeah,
do that.
I think he will.
He has to do that. So this is all contingent upon that, him becoming somebody that somebody would want. I do love like a Matt Campbell at Iowa State. I think is the best
Exactly.
example.
I was just gonna
I
bring
want
him up,
Matt
too.
Campbell to stay at Iowa State. I think it is now. Obviously, we're talking about coaches that could make more money elsewhere, and but I think it's more interesting for a coach to build Iowa State into something than it is to go to the next job because that's what you're supposed to do. But again, money is money.
This is probably his last year.
Fitzgerald at Northwestern's been.
I hope not.
I mean, the
And he could've
Packers
got
and the
hired
Bears,
last year.
Yeah, but this year
Michigan,
they've
Notre
got the
Dame.
running back, they got the quarterback
Hall,
coming.
yeah.
You know, like they're a top 10 team. So if they win the Big 12, someone's going to back up at Brinks.
Big 12 is going to be very interesting.
I
this
mean,
year.
Iowa State, they should be able to do that themselves, shouldn't they?
Nah.
Back up the Brinks truck.
They don't have
Zawa.
like they don't have like.
But
Tennessee
think of the money
or-
that they
They need
that
to get a network.
If he's
They get
a
that TV
perennially
network
top
deal.
10 team, Campbell, like that would be that. I mean, that would pay for itself.
Have you,
The
have you
words
seen
is-
their,
I know what
have you
you're
seen
saying.
their
I
stadium
understand.
though? Like their state, like they'd have it's just-
Renovations. I mean, look what Fitz has done at Northwestern. They
Dude,
got
it's
the
a-
fucking.
but it's taken
It's a
him 30
moneymaker for
years
some
almost.
schools.
30
to get
years.
the
He's been there
buyout.
for since
He's been there
2006.
He's been there. All right, 15 years. They still don't have a new stadium.
I mean, stadium that's overrated though.
But
You
see,
play there
a
8
school
times
like-
a year tops.
A school like that, they can get close enough where you might make $500,000 left, but your job security is so much stronger. Like I think that is legitimate value long term.
we had a
Where
discussion.
a school like whatever, like a big school, will fire you like that, they'll buy you out in a second.
Well, what about
Right.
just the confidence, just getting up in the morning and being like, it's my program. You know, like I'm in charge.
Gary
This is my
Patterson.
show.
It's
a
Gary
piece- that's
Patterson.
what I'm saying, it's a
Walk
piece of
out.
mind.
Kiss the president's
Bill
ass.
Snyder.
Worry
No,
about the board
absolutely.
of trustee. Here comes Ben Mintz on his afternoon radio show, ripping me a new asshole. Like, yeah, who wants that?
It's a
That's
piece
why
of,
it was
it's peace
so
of mind.
It was
It's
so
peace of mind.
frustrating that Chris Peterson left because he did it
Yeah.
at the tail end of his career. It's like, what do you want to do? Just prove, like, just fucking stay. If you're only
At
gonna
that
stay
point,
in
yeah.
Washington for 5 years or wherever fucking long he was there, it's like, what's the point? Just
Right.
Nice Boise
you were
State.
the legend at Boise. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost tainted that he went to Washington.
We had a discussion yesterday. You weren't here, so I'll have it with you. Is Northwestern a top 25 football program?
Not in my eyes.
I don't think so either.
Oh,
You
here
said
we, Here we
yes.
go.
I said no. I said maybe
I said
borderline.
top
but
30.
Y'all argued me into it, but I say top 20.
I say yeah.
I'd say
I say they're right there.
23, 27. I mean, it's all
If
the
they're
same
not
at that
25,
point.
they're banging on the door.
They've been
I vote
bad
for
a
it.
lot longer than they've been good.
I mean, they've been good for 20 years.
They haven't been good
since,
for 20
Since
years.
'96, they've won 3 Big Ten championships, and they've been to 2 more. Granted, that was prior to having an actual championship game.
Did you say since
but
1996?
yeah, that was their
I
Rose
think the
Bowl
better
year.
selling point would say they've been to 2 in the last like 4 or 5 years.
Last
They're
three.
talking about right now.
They also
3, yeah,
benefit
3.
from being on that side of the conference too.
For sure.
Are they a better program than Michigan State?
Yes.
Okay, you can go down. Are they better than Michigan?
Hold
right
on,
now?
hold on.
Oh,
hold on.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right
Right.
now.
Okay.
Michigan's an. I mean,
Michigan's a
No.
better program, though.
Northwestern's
Yes.
program.
not a better program than Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Michigan's
that's
in a-
kind
they
of
win
like
more.
honestly, that's like a swing point in how he's thinking about this and how you're thinking.
Michigan's
about
in a downward. I mean, their downward is still not all that bad. and they're not as good as they should be. They're like Texas. They're not nearly as good as they should be, but
I think they're worse than Texas.
They're it's 6 and 1, half dozen the other.
They're both equally disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, Ferencz is in hot water right now. Once he's gone, Iowa's going to fucking plummet.
Right.
So I mean, Indiana, they've
Nebraska
had
might be on the way up.
Yeah.
Minnesota could be on the way up.
Nebraska sucks. Frost has been garbage for them.
Nebraska could be on the way up. Minnesota could be on
And
the way
they don't
up.
have that, like, so Nebraska's whole thing is they recruit the Texas kids when they were in the Big 12. Now they can't do that
And
near
Florida,
as easily.
They used to do Florida when they had Tommy Frazier in them.
Yep.
And that pipeline dried up, and once it did,
once they went to the Big 10, but they make a ton more money in the Big 10, so it's like, pick your poison for them.
I feel like Wisconsin does a good job of picking out the DBs and the running backs from Jersey and Florida. I don't understand why
they get
Nebraska
the corn-fed
can't do that.
offensive
the same
linemen.
model. Yeah.
I love Wisconsin's athletic program because
It's
they
very
don't
good.
blow the world
They
away in recruiting or
maximize.
anything.
They maximize
Yeah, they
everything
do.
they
Yeah.
got.
Yeah,
Because
really
they
great.
always,
Yeah.
I
don't think Nebraska's
And
ever going to
Madison's
be
pretty
mid-90s
easy, so.
Nebraska.
They were really
again.
good for Bo Ryan too. They were both sports.
Oh,
was
yeah.
really good.
Yeah, and they've won national championships in hockey. Like they don't have a baseball program, right?
No, it's Title IX thing.
Yeah.
They don't have
Yeah.
one.
Who? Nebraska?
Wisconsin.
Colorado doesn't either.
1991.
That's when they dropped it.
Oh, I didn't know if that had significance. How do you know that?
I'm a Big Ten baseball player.
Okay. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know that all Big Ten baseball players knew when teams dropped their programs.
Madison's the best place to play in the Midwest.
Really?
Yeah, they host the Madison Mallards
Yeah,
are
it's
Northwood
awesome.
Summer League. And they got a stadium for like 8,000 people. So the big joke with like Big Ten with baseball players is like the number one place to play baseball is Wisconsin.
And
they don't have a
team.
team.
Talking about number ones and number twos. I don't know. That's not a good segue at all. Talking about underwear. Hi, friends. MeUndies believes that comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft as heck fabric, they also give you endless styles to choose from. It's total comfort inside and out. MeUndies offers classic colors to ridiculous prints. It's all so you can fully express yourself on your own in your own unique way. They're available in a range of sizes from extra small to 4XL. They are out there. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. To get your 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/picks. That's MeUndies.com/picks. All right. So before we get to, we make the 4X joke every day. So it's not.
Yeah, and you say that like I'm short. I'm not narrow.
You're dainty.
I would not say I'm dainty.
You're dainty.
I'm
You're a
5'7",
dainty little thing.
210 pounds, almost 208.
He's
5'7",
like
208.
he's like a little mini fridge.
Okay. All right. Is that what
You want to do an Oklahoma drill against me?
That's
No.
a great nickname. The
Mini
fucking
fridge.
Mini
Mini
fridge.
fridge.
They came out with that. I love you, Dave.
I love that nickname. I think everybody should call me that.
The mini fridge?
That's my
It's like
attempt
a short
to.
fullback.
yeah.
That's what I cracked skulls at
Like
fullback.
the key to Whitlock.
Sophomore year, big
That's
JV
right.
season.
I was voted hardest hitter
What-
on the team freshman
What was
sophomore
your
year.
JV rec? Were you guys 8-1 or 9-0?
We never lost. I've lost one football game my entire life.
Cool.
All right. Before we get to my last topic,
Fuck
one of my
Lincoln Way
topics,
East.
the worst phrases in sports. Before we get to that, let's run through the picks. Let's make this a gambling show for a second. So I was 4-1 last night. I was 4-0 the day before. So a little hot streak. I don't know if it'll continue. I'll go ahead and lead us off.
if we put our brains together and just gave out our best bets, we'd all be really good.
We say that
Say it
all
every
the
day.
goddamn time.
Every day.
We always say that. Remember when Marty in the thing? If I only gave away
Yeah,
one bet and then he
And he
lost-
tried it and
Yeah,
it didn't
he
work.
sucks.
He lost
It
6
worked
days
for
in a
like
row.
3 days.
By the way, shout out to Marty. His YouTube channel, he launched it. Go follow it. He's got a video with him and Dion doing athletic stuff against each other. Go watch that. It's on the blog as well. I got Wizards plus 6.5 against the Hawks. There you go. So Marty's still in first, but I am right there. I've closed the gap. I'm in positive with him. Mincy's right there behind us. And I was 3. Oh, that's right. I was 3-3 last night. Fucking. You
So
know
you were
why?
4-1
You know
before?
why? You know why I did this?
Why?
I went to fucking bed. John Means had controlled the Mets.
Oh,
He had
yeah,
dominated the
baby.
Mets.
Oh, man.
He fucking
Big win.
And it was. I went to bed a winner and woke up a loser, and I haven't adjusted my mind.
I lost a couple.
That's one of the
heartbreakers
worst
yesterday.
feelings in all
Royals-
gambling.
Yeah.
To come back 7
Start
down
your day just tilt.
and then
yeah.
give up a
Yeah.
run in the bottom of the ninth. That was brutal.
I don't know how you. Are you sure? How you got me at 3-3 yesterday, and I had 5 picks?
Give me 1 sec. I can check.
Yeah, because I'm at least
Probably your
3-2.
exclusive.
I didn't have an exclusive.
I
yesterday.
missed the chop cheese. Fucking Knicks lost in overtime. What
Yeah, they needed that win.
plus
I had
445.
Nuggets Hornets over. It hit. I had
Mets are
Celtics
going
money
right
line,
now?
Didn't hit. I had Nets -5 hit. I had Knicks +5 hit. I had Orioles money line. Didn't hit. Okay.
I forgot the Mets were 12-10.
So I got Wizards plus 6.5.
You had an
against the
exclusive
Hawks.
yesterday.
I did not.
Indians Angels.
Did I?
Yes.
I didn't give away on the show, did I?
No, but if it's an exclusive on the sportsbook
It
that
just
we're trying to
goes?
promote, it
Yeah,
goes
okay.
on the card.
All right. Celtics -10 against the Cavs. Rockies Padres game 1 under 7. 2 good pitchers there. And Blue Jays Braves under 8 tonight. I just betting against the Braves offense. Blue Jays Braves under 8. Those are my 4 picks for today. Let's go with Big Ev next. Big Ev will give his picks.
I'm on the Reds -1.5. I think it might have just started. It's starting now. I think they bounce back today.
Day game, you're always
Yankees -1.5. Garrett Cole's on the mound. Lock it in. White Sox money line against lefties. We talked about it. Easy cash. Angels Astros over 8.5. Then I got the Nets Spurs over at 231.
Ben Mintz.
I have got the over in the Washington Atlanta game. It was 230. They played earlier this week and went over, and the Wizards hit. I'm going back to the well on both. Over 239 and Washington +6.5. Wizards have covered a ton as an underdog. I've got the Padres -1.5. Toronto at pretty much pick 'em, and the Milwaukee Brewers at -1.5. And one correction on yesterday, TJ. I tweeted at Pick Central to cancel my Philly bet, and I was 3-4. I tweet like in the middle of the day.
All right, I'll just.
Rico Bosco.
I have Pitt Cincy over. It's going right now. Padres in game 1. I'm on their money line.
I'm game 1 as well.
Yep. Royals money line. I like the Cardinals as a dog.
Hey.
What?
Aren't you the guy that's always yelling at people about juice bag, juice in, juice -157, -152, -136?
Have some, yeah.
You are the guy that always gets on everybody. I'm not
He's on
outlying
tilt
here,
right now.
right?
You gotta pick your spots.
Pick your spots.
No,
Don't
just
be afraid to lay the juice, but also sprinkle in some
Every
money.
time somebody says something that's -140, you go juice bag.
Yeah, because it's Marty. Don't you like picking on Marty?
I do. I love it.
It's kind of only Marty.
Okay, all right.
So
Go
He
ahead.
only says it's a Marty. That's why I don't care.
I didn't mean to step over
it's
you.
all
Keep
good.
going.
White Sox money line and -1.5, and that's it.
All right, Carl, you got something for us?
Yeah, yesterday I was 1 and 2. I had 2 big value plays. I thought the Cubs that handicap that looked at that okay. Just chips don't fall your way. And like we said with the fucking Twins game, I thought they were in control. Obviously, they get fucking smoked. Come back a little sharp here. Cubs +116. I like him bouncing back against his Sam Hentges kid. He's making his 6th. He's pitching in his 6th appearance. This will be his 10th major league inning. He pitches in the first inning today. He's a 6'6" lefty. Not a big strikeout guy. Cubs have a great right-handed lineup, not as good as the White Sox are against left-handed pitching, so I like that +116. I'm also going to double down on this Sam Hentges guy having a tough time against the Cubs today. I'm going to take the Cubs team over 3.5 for -124. Not too much of a juice bag, but a little bit. That's my safety play. If the Cubs don't win, I still think they score some runs today.
I love it.
All right, very, very good. White Sox Dave.
So
See you,
I talked
buddy.
about how
Have a
like
good interview.
I looked at Jay Happ. Where do you go to school?
Northwestern.
So right now he's got the lowest strikeout rate of his career.
Why would I know that?
He's 2-0 with the 1.91 ERA. So at a glance, it looks like he's performing very well. But he's got a 171 BABIP, which suggests that he's getting extremely lucky.
Batting average, balls in play.
Yes. So people are hitting the ball right at defenders.
Yeah.
I love BABIP.
Yeah.
His expected ERA, which is a more true form of
Projection.
It's not a projection though. The expected ERA is what
measurement.
like you actually should be at. That's in the mid 4s.
Wow.
His xFIP
Do you
and
think we're
his
idiots?
FIP are in the mid 4s right now. Actually, 5.39 for his xFIP.
Well, he doesn't strike guys out. So his
He's
FIP's
not
always gonna
striking
be high.
anybody out. The White Sox fucking pound. I'm gonna move the line to -3.5. I'm very confident in that. But bet them whatever the team over is. I haven't looked. I'm sure it's gonna be like 4.5, 5, something like that. Bet that. Hammer the White Sox today. That's my, and that's not just like for biased reasons.
No,
I'm
you're
actually
You
think
provided
they're
the
gonna
BABIP.
fucking kill
Yeah.
the Twins tonight.
You did say a whole lot of words to say hammer the White Sox.
And I would take because Dallas Keuchel, like he kind of scares me a little bit, and so I would take the game over as well.
Game over too.
Yeah,
Is that all?
that's it. That's what I got.
Chief, you got something?
Yeah, I'll do White Sox run line, so -1.5. I think is +155. I love the White Sox against lefty too. That's a pickup from Dave. I'm the hockey guy. I'll give you guys a hockey pick.
Please.
It's the only one I have. I'm going to take the over. It's over 6 in the Edmonton-Montreal game. Nobody wants to be playing hockey right now. Everyone's focused on the playoffs. Canada has some COVID issues, so they're playing games that don't mean anything.
Yeah.
So we have backup goalies from Montreal. Cade Primo is going to be in net. And Edmonton just lights it up. So I like Edmonton on the road. I think they're -130, but I love the over in that game as well.
Love it. Fantastic. All right, so those are our picks. One more here, and then we'll get to our last topic, or one of our last topics. I found an incredible new website you guys have got to check out. Nuts.com is the best-kept secret of savvy snackers across the country. Nuts.com isn't just for nut lovers. It's your one-stop online pantry shop. They've got candies, dried fruits, pantry items like baking, mixes, pasta, and more. The simple and convenient way to have nutritious, delicious, healthy nuts, dried fruit, flours, grains, and so many other high-quality foods delivered straight to your door. They've got over 4,000 products to choose from and an easy-to-navigate website with great photos of the products. A family-run business that takes pride in getting you the freshest nuts out there and everything else. New Nuts.com customers get free shipping on your first order when you text Barstool to 64,000. So text Barstool to 64,000 to get free shipping on your first order from Nuts.com. That's Barstool to 64000. Terms apply. Available at Nuts.com/terms. I tweeted it last night. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I tweeted, I think Oppo Taco is far and away the worst phrase used in sports right now. I don't know who started Oppo Taco.
Eric Burns.
That makes sense.
It is Eric Burns.
Is
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
Really? He started Oppo Taco.
He made it.
I like Eric
mainstream
Burns. I hate Oppo Taco.
Yeah, because once he retired and then started playing right away, he had like that fan favoritism because he was just fucking crazy. And he gets on MLB Network and he's like, Apple Taco, baby. And they like did a thing
I
about
don't
it. Like,
think
what
he
is that?
started it.
Yeah, but he's
I
one
feel
of,
like I've been saying that since high school.
Yeah, but
Familiar,
he
right?
really
He famous-sized
made
it.
He really made it
mainlined-
like a
mainstreamed
thing in
it.
the media.
Famous-sized.
Famous-sized.
That's what
yeah.
I think. I could be wrong, Dave. It could be your high school baseball
Anybody
coach.
like Oppo Taco?
No.
No.
It's terrible, right?
Why taco?
But if
Just because
Javi
it
Baez
doesn't
hits
even
one,
rhyme.
then it's like a
You're going
Javi
Oppo
Oppo.
Taco?
If Javi hits one, it's a Javi Oppo Taco.
Okay. All right. I also, a couple more I didn't come up with, but I had, so I think load management, also just a terrible phrase. It reminds me of semen every time. There's never a time where I've heard load management and didn't think it'd come.
You manage your loads a lot?
I mean, you got to, right? I got 4 kids, so
Yeah.
clearly I don't. So you also have, all right, this is a new one, but Tutty. I had 212 yards and 2 tutties.
No, yeah.
I've always said that.
That's awful.
I don't hate Tutty.
I don't like Tutty.
I don't mind yelling Tutty as the guy who's like when the ball's in the air.
Tutty! I hate that.
What about buckets? Gets buckets.
Buckets?
Brandon, I just went to your Twitter account and you got a tip jar open. What the fuck is this?
Of course I do.
I'm not sending any tips.
I will take any money anybody wants to give me ever. I'm on Cameo, by the way. You can hit me up on
getting
Cameo.
on there. I'm getting on there soon.
I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
I've been
this
thinking
week.
about getting on Cameo.
I feel like Mincy, that would be a good spot.
If you
for
guys do get on
I can
Cameo,
just
can I
do
refer you?
hyped up happy
Yeah,
birthdays
yeah.
and graduations.
Can I refer you guys?
No, I got a list of people that have been asking me. Well, let's talk.
We'll talk.
I'm getting on there.
Yeah,
for sure.
we'll
I'm
talk
in the
about-
process of it.
And then rent free. This is more fans.
Yes, thank you,
Anything
God.
you
That
put
one
out
drives
there.
Thank
me
you,
fucking
God.
You
crazy.
live. They live rent free in your head. I've never mentioned that team before in my life, and just they live rent free in your head. No, I'm just talking sports. Rent free needs to go the fuck away.
Thank
Cold
you.
takes. Anytime somebody tags cold takes, when it's like, I like the Cubs tonight. It's like, ooh, cold takes.
Old
Guys lost
takes
by- it's like, bro,
exposed.
that
It's
ain't
like
how it
that's
works.
not.
I
like,
have started. I DM Old Takes Exposed like he's a Florida fan, and I talk to him a lot, and he will tag me when he gets a bad tag because he's tired of these people. He's tired of these fucking idiots.
Oh, I'm sure
That
he
guy
is.
gets tagged. That guy probably gets tagged.
He gets
More than
tagged on
anybody on
opinions
Twitter.
like
Yeah.
thousands of times a day.
Yeah. I think he created a monster, and it's
It
slowly
was funny
killing
when
him.
it first happened,
Makes
like
sense.
6 years ago or whenever he
Overwhelming.
came out. Yeah.
He choked himself out with it.
Here's one can of corn.
I don't mind.
I like can of corn.
I don't
You
mind.
know who invented it?
Hawk Harrelson.
Hawk
Yeah,
Harrelson.
I grew up watching those games.
I think can of corn predates Hawk
No,
Harrelson.
he tells us. I mean, Hawk is such a fucking ego trip.
Can of corn's like 100-year-old.
But
Yeah,
he
so
would-
you should knock the can of
Yeah,
corn
with the
off the top of the
broomstick.
shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Hawk
Um,
Harrelson claim that?
He claims a lot. He claims he invented batting gloves.
You shouldn't let. Oh, what?
What?
Yeah, because
Is
he
this
was
like
playing. He
how-
retired to play pro golf, and then they have golf on the tour, and then he liked the golf, and then he had blisters when he was, and then he goes in the batting cage, hit BP, and he's
Yeah.
wearing a golf glove, and his buddy's like, "What the fuck's up with that?" And he's like, "My hand's sore," and then that's
That's how that happened.
batting gloves.
Okay, all right.
I was
That's
looking at the
great
replies.
claim.
Even
Even
if
if,
wrote that
it's
in-
like, even if
Yeah.
you didn't invent it, that's an incredible because nobody else is claiming that.
Right.
If you
He
you're
wrote
like,
that in
"Hey
his
Hawk," if
autobiography.
you go, "Hey Hawk, what are you doing?" Pissing vodka.
He's like, I'm going to turn vodka into piss. That's his quote.
Have y'all ever done stuff? I'm sorry, I haven't been.
Yeah,
here
he's
that
been
long.
on Redline
Y'all
before,
done
yeah.
Hawk Harrelson?
That was not. This is like a self ego massage right here. His people reached out to us to get him on our show, which was a really cool feeling to me. They're like, "Hey, I got an email. I was at my 9 to 5 job, and I see the email pop up. Would you want to have Hawk Harrelson on your podcast?" And I'm like, and it was a publishing house for his autobiography that he released, and I couldn't Like I remember
Last book
like
you ever read.
taking a little lap around the office to make sure I didn't respond yes too fast and come off as a weirdo.
I did that.
I've done
man.
that several times.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Barstool.
I was like, holy fucking
feel like
shit,
that
are you kidding
happens
me?
to
Because he's
Barstool a
like,
lot.
he's like, if you read his autobiography, the dude's Forrest Gump. He's been in every situation, multiple. He was with Joe Namath at the club the night before he guaranteed the Super Bowl championship. Like, he's been everywhere.
Big life. Big
Yeah.
life.
So
Frank Sinatra sent him hookers in fucking Los Angeles. Frank Sinatra. That's crazy. Sorry.
anybody's in the hookers.
I have
is a
one
word
more
of sort.
term that it sort of applies to sports, but it's more like the new normal. Awful.
New normal.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it applies to sports too.
Yeah,
I
that's
like-
that's been a COVID one that's just
I
kinda
hate
dead.
that.
when
that's-
when people tell you that you're trying to do something that fits your narrative or that doesn't fit your narrative, I don't have a narrative. I'm an idiot. Your narrative
Think
is,
I'm
is something
crafting
that needs to go.
something?
Yeah, this isn't a story that I'm building as we go along. I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
So I think agenda kind of, especially in sports terms, like political, I get it, but
Yeah.
in sports terms, I certainly don't have an agenda. Anybody else have any?
I think if
phrases?
they go to review from now on college football, they need something. They need to distract us with something. They need to like cut to something else, cut the highlights, or like cut this. Like anytime they go to review and they just
Yeah.
go like 10 minutes and they
Just
start
kill- they just-
repeating
just
the
kill,
rules.
Kill the flow of everything.
Yeah, I mean
Energy.
they should have like an option where it's like if you understand how review works, press 1.
so college
If you
football,
need help with review, press 2.
college football is the worst at this. They do something very similar. It's not review, but college football overtime is 27 years old. And every single game that goes to overtime, they meticulously and slowly explain the rules of college overtime, and they put up that screen. We've been watching overtime in college football for 27 years. We got it.
Yeah.
We know.
Like just take me to
If
the
I'm
action.
watching Houston and Rice on a Thursday night, I know the fucking rules of overtime. So I don't really need the help. Thank you, though. That's not a saying, but we need to. I love that. Yeah, replay needs to be not only revamped from how they do it, just revamped from the viewer experience.
Exactly, man. Like, yeah, I get it. The fucking knees down.
Yeah, the knee.
What?
the knee is down.
Here's one that we can do a little quick roundtable on. Sneaky athletic. That's just a
White.
descriptor is white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's white. Yeah.
Coach's
Yeah.
son.
Real coach on the field.
Or
Jim Brown.
chubby. You
Yeah.
could be chubby.
it's so lazy, dude.
Michael Redd was sneaky athletic.
Mm-hmm.
He was chubby. He got buckets.
Was he?
But he was chubby.
I thought Michael
Michael
Redd
Redd
was
was
always a
pretty
little
thin.
chubby.
In the NBA, he was pretty thin.
Okay, you're an
Yeah.
Ohio State guy. You know.
Yeah.
He's a pretty thin guy, I thought.
Yeah, I didn't think Michael Redd was.
Okay,
chubby.
who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of
thinking
Michael
of-
Finley. You're thinking of Michael
No,
Finley.
Michael Finley.
Yeah, the
Jared
Wisconsin.
represent
Jared
Chicago.
Sullinger, maybe?
Sullinger
He's
was
chubby
fat.
guy.
Mateen
Yeah.
Cleaves was chunky.
Mateen
He was
Cleaves.
fat.
Khalid Al-Amin.
Khalid
Yes, that's who I was
That
thinking about.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was thick.
He was so thick he was a point guard that wore a fucking full tee underneath his jersey because he was so thick.
Shocked the world though.
full tees, by the way. Full tees need to come back.
Now, full tees I 100% endorse.
Yeah, I love full tees under a jersey, and those are gone.
Well,
Especially
yeah.
a shooting
I hated
guard.
those.
Now
that
it's just
I
like
takes
hated
the
those.
charges.
Under Armour took it over.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
love full tees, and it was always one guy on team, and he had wiry arms or something.
Mike
Too
Mike
skinny.
Gansey's
Yeah.
the
Sleeve
all-time
coming down
full
to the
tee guy to
elbow,
me.
a full elbow
Yeah.
sleeve, just dangling.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the cutoff ones either. Like that you would see. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cut
Jerry
Right now
McNamara.
action.
Jerry
Yeah.
McNamara had the great cutoff.
I think that's what ultimately killed the sleeve. I think they said you couldn't cut them off, and then
That
the
was
sleeves
it?
just
That was all she
disappeared.
wrote?
Yeah, I remember the linebacker at Auburn neck roll.
Yeah. Oh,
that
yeah.
thing.
Cowboy collar.
Yeah,
collar.
cowboy collar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those were
yeah,
great.
I missed that one.
Brian
too.
Cox, remember him from the Bears
Yeah,
and the
Bosworth had
Patriots.
one.
Yeah.
Now backers just need to be too athletic to be wearing those.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't-
You can't get away with
And
that
the thing
anymore.
is
You can't
about
be in
cowboy
coverage
You
with
collars.
basically
those,
wear a
right.
cowboy collar, you're saying I'm a 2-down linebacker. You'll never
I'm
you'll
in
never
the
get-
A
you'll
gap.
never
I'm
get-
in the
I
A
put my
gap.
nose
Yeah.
in
Never
dirt.
get drafted. ever.
With cowboy collars, I don't really think they fucking protected you because if you're like gonna hurt your neck,
No,
it's
they
gonna
just
be
look cool.
bent-
It was
Yeah,
the '80s,
right?
so we didn't
Yeah.
care about protection. We just cared about
Right.
looking cool.
It was like if you signed a letter of intent with Penn State, they just sent you.
You
a
had
collar.
to.
Yeah.
Paul Posluszny,
Yeah.
he had the blood dripping down his forehead. That was
Yeah.
actually kind of sick.
And the chat's just giving me fat athletes. I don't know if I asked for them, but they're just saying Big Baby Davis, tractor trailer.
Rest in peace.
Remember, Arkansas had a couple guys. They had Oliver Miller,
Oh yeah, Oliver Miller was. a
but
monster.
they had Dwight Stewart on that Final Four team, who was fat but shot threes, and that's an electric skill set.
Yeah,
If
it's
you're
fun.
when you go to a gym and there's a 300-pounder out there and he's
Making it
he's
rain.
not-
Kevin Malone from The Office.
It's
Yeah.
it's incredible. That is the most fun skill set to see out in the wild.
Yeah, pick
that
and pop.
and offensive linemen who are like 6'4", 300, and their feet and like they have point guard skills because their feet are so good. Those are fun to watch as well. I love I love catching that in the wild.
Now, I do have a complaint about athletic offensive linemen, specifically ones that jump out of pools before draft day.
That's tough.
That one, you're like, guys, get out of I don't need.
Well, we've been bitten by that a couple times.
It seems like the Bears have this thing where, like, if you can jump out of a pool, we're going to take you a full round of head
Just
of where
explosive.
everybody else has graded you. Yes.
Wasn't it the Iowa guy, Riley Wirfs? When
Yes.
the
Tristan
Lions.
Wirfs.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Except for he
No
actually,
lineman.
I mean, he just won the Super Bowl.
Right.
He's a starting tackle.
But
Yeah.
I
he's
remember
very
seeing
good.
that video, and when
I think you combined Iowa guys.
I think I did.
It was
too.
Riley Reef and Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did.
Both first-round
But
picks.
like, it was Tristan Wirfs that did it, and I was like, the Bears better trade up to get him. Like,
Yeah,
he
like,
jumped
you're
out of a pool-
conditioned now
Yeah,
to
like
see it.
that's our guy. Like our guys jump out of pools, we better go get him. Can he block? I don't know.
All right, we're getting out of here. Carl, very, very quickly. You weren't here for this. Justin Fields start on day one?
Yeah.
Because of Sunday Night Football?
Yep.
All right, very good. Hey, I don't know if you guys can be here. If you can, be here tomorrow, please.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you guys will be here. We got Papa Shot on Friday. The Yak is up next. Great Pick Central. It's always better with you guys here. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks,
I'm
Brandon.
excited for Papa Shot.